Holy mother of yams.
I am ridiculously excited today because I'm going to start harvesting some of my sweet potatoes because I want them to have time to cure for Thanksgiving dinner.
I started these sweet potatoes in late April, early May. Now, some over in this section right here were left over from last year and started sprouting up, but everything else in here was planted after that. Again, sometime in May, and you'll see as I get into it some of the things that are going on underneath, like my irrigation system and the fact that it's a raised garden bed. And I keep cutting it back, but you can see it's up and over the neighbor's fence there. Look here. Now this is a garden grid from Garden in Minutes, and so this is how I've been irrigating. But look at this right here. Look at that monster. That is one. There's one. Now we got a little green spot on it, but that's okay. That is one. So definitely we're going to pull that out, and I'm going to get back over in there a little bit. I can't really pull this off without taking all of the green out, I think so, because it's all twisted around it. So I'm just going to work around it today and take out part of this end and then see what happens. Oh man, look at this next to it. Oh man, it keeps going. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, this might be a change of plans after all. I might be harvesting more than I planned. It keeps going. Holy mother of yams. Look at this. That is my hand. Holy moly. And it keeps going down. So I'm going to see how much I can get without breaking it. Let's keep going. I picked this up on Etsy, I think it was, or eBay. One or the other. Old, very, very old. Still patent pending. I'm guessing it's 50, 60, 70 years old. But this is great. Got the little extra tine. Very happy with this. Been using it a lot around the garden. Oh, hi, I know. There we go. I think I just heard it crack. Oh, yeah, it just broke off to the rest. Okay, that's all right. Holy moly. Jeez Louise. Look at this. Look at this monster. Look at this monster. This is my hand. There's two hands. And I have regular size hands, not miniature hands. Holy moly, we gotta put this on the scale, find out how much it weighs. Get this other one out too while we're here. Look at that. Well, clearly it's been here long enough for it to get a little buggy, but that is all right because there's still plenty to eat in this. Plenty of food right here. Okay, I'm gonna weigh these. I should harvest some more, but I really want to weigh these. So I'll weigh them at the end and I'll show you what they weigh, but wager your guess. This is number one. Wager your guess on how much it weighs. And this is number two, how much it weighs. Put that down in the comments for sure. Does this sweet potato make my head look small?
How about this one? Holy moly. Let's go get the scale. So far, we've had a bust, but I spied these. So we're gonna go ahead and get these out. And I started cutting back more than I planned because it was a bust. Holy moly, it was a bust. All right, this one's easy enough to get. Let's do that. All right, another beauty. Lots of holes though. So maybe that's part of the problem of leaving them too long. All right. These. Not much luck, actually. I'm kind of sad. Those two and this so far. And I think we've got two different things growing in here. I think we've got yams and sweet potatoes. Oh. It's just empty as my head. Well, that's how much vines so far. Let's go see how much these weigh. The scale is on 0. Oh. Huh. Oh, it's lifted off the ground. Oops, let's try again. It's not heavy enough to weigh it. Dang. I'm gonna have to try a different scale. It wouldn't work. Okay, I figured out a different way to do this. I'm starting the scale at 40 pounds with this block, and now I'm gonna add the sweet potato. Let's see what we got here. 47.6 pounds. 47.6. So the sweet potato, 7.6 pounds. Yay! That's a honking sweet potato. And the second one is 2 pounds, 5.3 ounces. There it is. The sweet potato harvest of 2024 November. No, this is 2025. The sweet potato harvest of 2025. If you're as disappointed as I am in that sweet potato harvest, let's sit down a second and let's talk about what's going on, because I remembered something just a few minutes ago. May was a long time ago in the scheme of gardener brain compared to what all I've started and done and all these kind of things. And I couldn't figure out why I just kept pulling up stems and stems and stems. And it turns out those are the stems I planted, but I did an experiment, and I gotta go find that other video and link to it. But I remember now what happened is I literally cut my sweet potato cuttings, and I did not pre-root them in water. I did not grow slips with roots, and underground it did not produce roots. It produced a few. We had a couple that took, but I don't know for sure that those aren't sweet potato vines that landed on the ground and then grew in. Because what I worked really, really hard to do is everything that sprouted off of those cuttings that I put in, I made sure they didn't re-root as best I could, because I was trying to see how much sweet potatoes I could grow without distracting the rest of the vine trying to grow sweet potato roots too. And so I'm over here making mistakes and curating disasters so you don't have to. So you're welcome. You are welcome. I think one of the reasons it feels so disappointing is because I did all the other things right. Now, I can't be sure that they were getting enough sunshine, except that we have this 7-pound yam or sweet potato over here that's been growing in the bed a while, and it had already started doing its thing when I planted the others in there. But I did fertilization, I did watering, I kept it from re-rooting, and yet I did not succeed at this. And that actually, though, is a good thing to know when I don't have to rely on my garden for my food. It's joy and it's happiness. But the positive thing of all of this, I definitely have enough sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving, and that makes my heart very, very happy. So, what am I gonna do next time? Well, next time I am definitely going to root my slips before I plant them. So I won't make that mistake again. In fact, whatever I pulled out of this bed here, and I'm still debating whether it was a yam or a sweet potato now. And in that garden bed, I had both yams and sweet potatoes growing. I had all kind of different roots coming up. I had the dark red roots coming up, and I had white roots coming up from the yams that I planted before. So I don't know. I'm growing a little bit of everything over here, and when you save things from year to year, you don't always keep track, but I'm gonna work on doing a better job at that too. But ultimately now, the next time that I plant sweet potatoes, I'm actually probably not gonna plant them in that bed because it does get shaded out a lot, and sweet potatoes really do like the sun. However, that bed, once I prep it up, is going to be my greens bed for this winter. It will get morning light, but it will get dappled sunlight in the afternoons. Well, actually, it's not even getting dappled sunlight, but as the bananas freeze back and wear down, more and more sunlight will come through as the days get colder. And so we'll get more dappled sunlight in there as well. And we'll just test that and see what happens. But for next year, when I replant my sweet potatoes, they will be in a much sunnier location, and I will make sure that I have roots on those slips before I plant them. Do you have any other tips for growing sweet potatoes that you'd like to share with me or the other folks that are watching the video? Then be sure to please put those in the comments below. And how close were you on your guess? How close did you get on your guess for how much that sweet potato weighed? Put that down in the comments below too. Until next time, my friends, remember to drink plenty of water, wear that high quality sunscreen, and if you want to know more about what's growing on here in the meadow, be sure to check out this video right over here, and have a fantastic day.